All myths start with the unknown. Greek mythology presents a nuanced view of kingship and divine power. Rulers, both mortal and divine, are accountable to higher principles and their subjects, unlike the concept of divine right, which claims rulers are unchallengeable. The succession of power among the Olympian gods is a prime example. After overthrowing the Titans, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades divided the cosmos by drawing lots. This random allocation of realms, Zeus taking the sky, Poseidon the sea, and Hades the underworld, emphasizes that their roles were determined by chance and mutual agreement, not inherent superiority. Zeus, despite being king of the gods, is depicted as fallible and limited. His power is often challenged by other gods, mortals, and the Moirae, who represent the ultimate limits of destiny even Zeus cannot alter. This depiction suggests a more democratic understanding of power, respecting certain bounds and the agency of others. Greek mythology and its inspired religions present a complex interplay between fate and free will. While elements of predetermined destiny exist, especially through the actions of the fates, there is significant space for personal agency and choice. Heroes like Odysseus and Heracles demonstrate this agency, shaping their destinies within the broader framework set by the gods. The Greeks believed in a level of preordained destiny encapsulated in the concepts of the Moirae. These three goddesses were thought to spin, measure, and cut the thread of life, determining lifespan and significant events. This suggests certain aspects of existence were beyond individual control, much like the fixed courses of the stars and planets. Despite fate's presence, Greek myths emphasize personal choice, moral responsibility, and consequences. Gods frequently intervene in human affairs, guiding or hindering based on their whims. However, these interventions set the stage for humans to exercise free will. Success or failure ultimately depends on individual courage, intelligence, and choices. Greek polytheism emphasizes practice over belief, with rituals, offerings, and festivals being key aspects. This experiential focus reduces the need for dogmatic proclamations and allows for a more personal and flexible approach to divinity. Philosophers and oracles in ancient Greece emphasized the experiential and practical aspects of engaging with gods over purely intellectual understanding. Plato recognized the importance of rituals and myths in shaping moral and spiritual life, while oracles like that of Delphi delivered prophecies through mystical experiences. Greek religion and philosophy did not demand strict belief in gods, focusing instead on communal activities and rituals. Pagans like myself can sometimes get lost in seeking hidden truths rather than experiencing spirituality directly. Records of the ancient world show that even the decrees of oracles required further examination, implying that the journey of seeking answers is as important as the answers themselves. Greek mythology's gods are powerful but not omnipotent, possessing human-like qualities including emotions, flaws, and limitations. This makes them relatable yet fallible. The divine hierarchy places Zeus at the top, but even he is not all-powerful, often having to negotiate with other gods who can challenge or thwart his will. Fate and destiny play a significant role in Greek mythology, suggesting that forces beyond the gods' control govern the universe and the destinies of all beings, both mortal and immortal. Each deity has specialized domains, operating like gears within a clock without corrupting another's domain. Interactions between gods and mortals are frequent in Greek myths, driven by personal whims or grievances rather than a grand overarching plan. These interactions reveal the gods' limitations and their reliance on alliances and strength to maintain their positions. Conflicts among the gods, such as the Titanomachy or the Gigantomachy, further emphasize their lack of omnipotence and the need for cooperation and for strength. The portrayal of gods with limitations reflects the ancient Greek worldview, acknowledging the complexity and unpredictability of life. It highlights the importance of balance, harmony, and respect for the natural order, offering a way to explain natural phenomena and human experiences that is both relatable and comprehensible. Just as the gods are fallible, so are their creations, mirroring the imperfections and challenges inherent in the human condition. The relationship between the Abrahamic God and mankind, as depicted in modern presentations of corrupted pagan interpretations of religious texts, can sometimes be seen as mirroring the cycle of an abusive relationship. This perspective highlights themes of control, punishment, and conditional love, where obedience is often demanded and disobedience is met with severe consequences. This constant oscillation between favor and wrath, forgiveness and retribution creates a sense of instability and fear. This dynamic prompts the question, how long must such a cycle continue before an individual seeks a healthier, more empowering spiritual path? Recognizing the need for a nurturing and affirming relationship with the divine can be a crucial step towards spiritual and emotional well-being. Greek mythology uniquely interprets divine right compared to other Proto-Indo-European mythologies by emphasizing accountability, the fallibility of gods, and the interplay between fate and free will. In Greek myths, rulers and gods are subject to higher principles and the will of their subjects, reflecting a more democratic understanding of power. For example, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades divided the cosmos by drawing lots, showing that their roles were determined by chance and mutual agreement rather than inherent superiority. Greek gods, including Zeus, are portrayed with human-like qualities and limitations, often facing challenges from other gods, mortals, and even the fates. This depiction contrasts with many other Proto-Indo-European mythologies where gods hold more absolute and unchallengeable power. The Greeks also highlight the balance between fate and personal agency, with heroes like Odysseus shaping their destinies within the constraints set by the gods. Furthermore, Greek mythology presents a more conditional and negotiable concept of divine power, where even the highest authority must respect certain bounds and the agency of others. This approach contrasts with more rigid and hierarchical power structures found in other traditions. Importantly, the presentation of Greek mythology as purely a Greek creation is non-existent. It is merely a translation of a dynamic reality influenced by various cultures and traditions. This dynamic nature reflects a complex interplay of local beliefs and broader Indo-European influences, showing that Greek mythology is part of a larger, evolving tradition rather than its own isolated creation.